Back on the topic of triangle congruence. If you have two triangles that are congruent, then all six sides and angles, all six side and angle pairs are congruent. That's where we talk about CPCTC. However, it's not actually necessary to show that all six sides and angle pairs are congruent to show that the triangles are congruent. In fact, you can cut that in half. We have two things that we touched on briefly in class in a previous day: the side, 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 and side, angle, side congruence postulants. So side, 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 or SSS, says all three pairs of sides have got to be congruent for the triangles to be congruent. Side, angle, side means that you have to have two pairs of congruent sides and one pair of congruent angles. But the angle must be included between the two sides. In other words, it must be in between the two sides. So we're going to look at a few examples to see if we can use one of these postulates to show that two triangles are congruent. For our first question, it says to state if the two triangles are congruent. If so, state how you know. Alright, so my how you know here, that's going to be SSS or SAS. Alright. So, now I'm given some sides in question 1. I'm given that a side is congruent, so I do have a side here. And I'm also given that we have a right angle, so there's my angle, right? But I need another side, and if I look at that, the one that I'm looking for is actually, well, that's the one that's shared. And remember, we can use our reflexive property to show that those two sides are congruent. In other words, it's congruent to itself because this is part of this both triangles. So for triangle 1, this is congruent, and it uses side, angle, side. In example 2, we have, it's actually pretty straightforward. I've got a pair of sides with a single mark, a pair of sides with a double mark, and a pair of sides with a triple mark. Okay? So I've got 3 pairs of sides. This one is congruent by side, side, side. Alright. For our last 3 examples, we're going to look at triangles. We might need to add some extra information. We might need to really parse what we're looking at to see if we actually do have congruent triangles. Now, for question number 3, I can see 2 sides, but I don't know anything about the third side. I don't know if it's congruent. It doesn't show any sort of markings, so I can't assume that it's congruent. I do need to look a little bit further, and actually I do notice that we have some vertical angles going on. So I see a vertical angle pair right here and right there. So looking at that, you see that I've got my side angle side for this one. So it might not have appeared at first, but that actually is side angle side congruence. Now, for example 4 there, I've got 2 sides, right? One with 3 hashes and one with 2 hashes, and 1 angle. So, side angle side, right? Except, not so fast. If we look over there, we see that our angle is not the one that's actually in the right place. It's not where it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be looking for angles that are included. We need to know something like these 2 angles were congruent. We're not given that information. So, we can't assume that these are congruent. Now, it could happen that they are congruent. We don't know, but we can't assume that they're congruent, so we just assume that they're not. Alright, and our last example is example 5. Now, example 5 is a different one because, what am I actually given here? I showed that I've got angle marks, a single and a double and a triple angle mark, but I've actually got no sides. So I've got 3 angles. Now 3 angles is not 2 sides and 1 angle, it's 3 angles. So for this one again, we should not assume that they're congruent. And our last examples that we're going to look at is it says to state what additional information is required in order to know that the triangles are congruent for the reason given. Now these can be interesting because sometimes there can be more than one method that you could use to prove this. But let's look at what it says specifically. For question 6, I'm showing that it asked me to say, well, side angle side. Okay, so I'm given 2 sides. I'm given side KJ is congruent to side QR, and I'm given side JI is congruent to side QP. What I'm not given is the piece that I do need to know. And looking at this, I can see, okay, well, what I'm missing here is my angle. Now, the angle that I'm missing is right here. Okay? So what additional information I would need? Well, I'd need to know that angle J has got to be congruent to angle Q. Okay? Sorry, the apparatus that I'm usually using is not working very well tonight. So if I knew that those 2 angles were congruent, I'd be able to show that the triangles were congruent. Now notice that if I could show that this would be congruent through side. If I knew that side KI and side RP were congruent. But I don't know that. Okay? So I've got to take it a little bit easier. Alright, if we look over at question number 7, it says how to show these triangles are congruent by side. What additional information would be required? So I'm looking at see side YM and side YL are congruent. I do have another side that's the shared side, KM. So now since I'm going for side, the last piece of information that I need to know is I need to know my third side would be congruent. So I need to know that KY is congruent to KL. Okay? So if I knew that KY is congruent to KL, then I would be able to say that these 2 triangles are congruent by side. Alright. Hopefully this is information that makes a little bit of sense. We're just looking to establish 2 triangles are congruent through either side or side angle side, and to be able to determine like what the missing piece of information that you might need. Thank you.